We all know the phrase that history repeats itself. And so if you find yourself today in a rut, a dark night of the soul, it's just going to get darker. This is a great book, Forged in Crisis by Nancy Koehn. It has life-changing insights about how we can show up at our best and be leaders of ourselves, lead in adversity, bear the loneliness, bear those criticisms, face down that opposition. And we do this by studying these 5 great leaders: Lincoln, Bonhoeffer, Douglas, Shackleton, and Carlson. It's 400 pages, lots of underlines. These insights take time to master, and especially in this age of information overload, and we're all so frazzled, how do we do that? And so we created a special section on the internet. You go into Inner Hero, and then we click on Favorites, and then we can click on Nancy Koehn, and we come to her portal. And these are the Wellgorithms that we extracted from this marvelous book. You'll see Boundary Barista, that's fabulous. Higher Road Honey, Concentration Cocoa, they're all fabulous. I often like to start with the loneliNest. And I have to tell you, I woke up this morning feeling lonely. My mom is in her last chapter, and I can't visit her right now, and it's very painful. And I went through this morning 3 of Nancy's Wellgorithms, and my energy just started picking up. I felt like I was getting my mojo back and stepping back into the arena. Because when we come into the internet and we do our practices, do our Wellgorithms, we're nourishing our inner lives. And more importantly, we're sharing how we got out of the darkness. And this is one of the greatest things that we can do for each other. The president knew that saving the Union rested critically on his shoulders, on his ability to simultaneously lead on many fronts against many obstacles. And now in our own time, we have all these amazing new technologies, but we're still lonely. And we're in the midst of a new kind of civil war, an inner civil war. And it's only just begun. It's just getting worse with artificial intelligence, robotics, worker displacement, inequality. We need a new kind of union, an inner union, where we can come together to protect and nourish the world inside. Lincoln also understood that no one else could travel the internal path he was taking as a leader. You might feel deeply misunderstood. I know I do. And when we turn to people like Lincoln, we want to know, how did he make his way through that wilderness? Here you can feel Lincoln's pain, his doubts, his fears. They're palpable. None could see the things that he was discovering about himself and his impact, or see the ways he was changing. You might be making all sorts of discoveries and find that, or all sorts of progress, and find that the world is just totally indifferent. And you feel that coldness. Ouch. Virtually every leader will know real loneliness. This is intrinsic to the work. It can rarely be avoided or wiped away by specific action. Instead, effective leaders learn to accept such moments of isolation, using them in service to their larger mission. This is our larger mission, to find a way to put these difficult feelings, like loneliness, in service of a greater cause. And it starts by letting the loneliness in. This one I want to put into my awareness, because I want to do this practice until it becomes part of my DNA. If loneliness comes, I want to acknowledge it, not fight it. I want to let it teach me and soften my heart and help me connect more deeply and meaningfully.
innerNet.